Bonjour and welcome to French Action. If you're preparing for Cape French or DELF B2, this video is for you. Today you will be getting Cape as a checklist for your French essay. Vous êtes prêts? C'est parti! I have used CAPE as an acronym for, well, the C for comprehension, A for arguments, P for parts of the essay, and E for expression. And these are what you need to focus on when you write an essay in French. Let's look at comprehension. Here's the checklist for comprehension. Have I understood the instructions? Have I spotted any keywords in the instructions? What's my opinion on this? Now, arguments. Do I have facts, arguments, and examples to support my ideas? And are they coherent? Now, parts of the essay, which is in fact what I would call the structure. Do I have an introduction that presents the question and my opinion? Have I used connectors to link the paragraph in a coherent way? Does my conclusion sum up the main points and my opinion? Just a quick recap on the structure. You have to remember that there's 3 parts. The first one is the introduction, where you have to present the topic and announce the plan, what you're planning to do, okay? Then you need to remember that the main paragraphs is what we call the body. So for each paragraph, you're going to have an argument with an example or explanations, and that would be for each idea. So you have 3 ideas, then 3 paragraphs. And then you're going to conclude. And in your conclusion, you're going to summarize all the points that were already mentioned and give your final opinion. And the E of CAPE stands for expression. And we are looking at spelling and vocabulary, grammar, punctuation, and types of sentences you're going to be using. Beware of the spelling. For example, in English, you have the word address, which has 2 Ds, whereas there's only 1 D in French. And you need to be aware that an M as opposed to an N is going to be counted as a mistake. So if you put an M instead of an N in French, it's going to be a spelling mistake, all right? So check out the spelling, especially of words which are similar in both languages. Also, the vocabulary, very important. You need to learn words which are formal, no slang, okay? And also think of synonyms, meaning words which mean the same thing, to avoid repetitions. We don't want to see the same words over and over throughout your essay. Now we're looking at grammar, and grammar as an acronym again here. G for gender. Remember, there's 2 genders, masculine or feminine, and you need to know the gender because it's going to have an impact on what you're going to be writing. R for review of tenses. You need to check whether or not you've used the right ones. A for agreement. You know that there's agreement with the subject plus the verb. You can have a subject singular and put a verb plural. And the same with adjectives. You cannot have a noun which is feminine and the adjectives masculine. Mixing of sentences. This is very good. You need to remember that just simple sentences for CAPE is not going to hack it. You need to have a mixture of simple and complex sentences. You have to show that you can use complex sentences. Meaningful connections, very important. We're going to see them in a minute. Articles, remember le, la, les, un, une, des. and don't forget them. Remember, if you want to say I like chocolate in English, you still need to have your article in French. J'aime le chocolat, so don't forget them. And to finish, the R for register, remember, it's a formal register, so we don't expect to see any slang words. Punctuation, so you need to remember no comma before and. So j'achète des repas, des boissons et des desserts. So no comma before et. And also always remember to put a comma before ce qui. These are the kind of mistakes I often see. But you can check out this video, which is called French Punctuation for Beginners. And this tells you a lot about the French punctuation. And remember to use different types of sentences. It's basically a mix of simple and complex sentences. You really want to show the examiner what you are capable of writing. So make sure that you use complex sentences. Now to finish, here's a list of connectors. So if you want to express addition, you can use de plus, moreover, également, which is another word for aussi, which is also, en outre, furthermore. And if you want to express contradiction, you may want to use cependant, which is however, mais, but, pourtant, yet, en revanche, on the other hand. If you want to express cause, parce que, because, car, for, puisque, since, comme, as, à cause de, because of, grâce à, thanks to, en raison de, followed by a noun, owing to or due to. To express consequences, donc, so, ainsi, thus, par conséquent, consequently. And if you want to say, for example, par exemple, but be careful, in French it's an E and not an A, and c'est-à-dire, that is to say. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video and please like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Au revoir!